morning, Rumble Studios. Oh, I forgot one thing. One thing. Where is it? Feedback, feedback, feedback. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. On this 05.19.2025, current time is testing 1 2 3. Am I getting audio out? Testing 1 2 3. Testing. I'm not hearing it on my. Okay, we are getting audio. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, we got audio. I'm just not hearing it in the thing here, but why is that not going? Okay, something going on there with the. Oh, but good morning on this 05.19.2025. Current time is 06:15 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Start of a new week. It's a Monday. We're working towards the weekend once again, and I hope everybody had a good weekend. I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich, here with a morning coffee, a good cup of coffee that is. And it's tasting mighty fine. And you can follow me over there on X at Fireman Rich. That's my mainstay for being on all these fine social media platforms. And I'm on a host of others. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where they're at, or else hit the various links in whatever platform you're on. And we are broadcasting from Rumble Studios to Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, X Live, and Kick. That's 7 platforms for folks. That's a network of platforms we are broadcasting to here. Let me see. And I want to say good morning to our good friend down there in Central Jersey, our Jersey girl, Tina. Good morning, Tina. Glad to see you here. And we are, let's see, we got 3 notifications. What's the 3 notifications? Oh, Questad. Hey, thank you, Questad. Thank you, Questad, for liking the thought for the day. We'll be getting to that here in a bit. But we are on. We already have 2 people over there. I wonder if Questad must be one of them. Good morning to Questad and Quest Mom from the Questing family. I guess it's a clan because you're over there on WoW and stuff like that. I've been watching the WoW bit and stuff. I used to do the WoW, War of Witchcraft there back in the day. The guys I used to hang with when we were doing Call of Duty on the PC way back when, online. One of the guys had a private server way back in the day. I don't know how he got that, but he got it. Questing Dad, though, he does. He has broadcast over on Lord of the Rings Online, and check him out. The Questing Dad over there on Twitch. Thanks for the like and the retweet of today's thought for the day, which we will be getting to. But we have how many people? We got 3 people, two or three people over there on. Depending on the actual. You go to the timeline, the actual viewing of the video, the live stream, it shows 3, but off to the side on X it says 2. So I wonder if it's not counting me. Okay, and we're over there on Facebook Live as well. Let's go ahead and check over on Facebook. There's 3 platforms. Do we have the face? Oh, that's on my private one. I got to get it on the public one. The public Facebook is the real Fireman Rich, and Oh, we are live, and we have volume. We have volume there. So, and the other place that we are on that we don't really we can't see comments from is Kick. We're over on Kick, and I don't see anybody on Kick. We have nobody over on Kick. But here on the Rumble Studios, I'm showing two folks on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble rocks. And one person on Locals and 0 people on YouTube. 4 people on Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. And let's see. Tina's getting the coffee. And Captain Rehab. Good morning, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of brotherly love. Glad to have you here. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Good morning. And Mrs. beat you, Captain Rehab. She said good morning. Captain Rehab saying hi to Auntie Tina as she goes to get her coffee. And I verbalize these people that are in the chat coming off of the Twitch side because we do repurpose the audio of this broadcast over there on Spotify for Creators, just so you know. At Fireman Rich over there on Spotify for Creators, or on Spotify at Fireman Rich, and check us out. And for the audio folks, and we appreciate the listens on the audio folks. Captain Rehab had a terrible weekend. Well, there's always next weekend, right? That's what the Celtics were saying this last weekend. We'll get to the Celtics. Basketball season's over with me. Good morning, my Captain Nephew from Tina. And Captain Rehab, he responds back to good morning to the missus. So we're getting the good mornings in to start this Monday morning off right. And but I had a good weekend. Didn't have a chess game. We have a chess game tonight. We changed from Friday to Monday. So I have a chess game tonight, and we'll see what happens tonight for the chess game. And I don't know why that's not working there. Huh. I'll have to check that out later. But let's see. Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Well, Friday night, I did live stream. I live streamed, or was that Saturday night? Let me see. These are my notes here. I keep notes. The 17th. Yeah, that was Saturday night. So, yeah, we live streamed Lord of the Rings online for a couple hours. Friday night, I think we watched them. Well, we watched the movie Saturday night. We watched that one with, oh, God, it was a sci-fi movie. I think we watched something Friday night, too. But Saturday was sort of relaxing, kick back, watch the soccer game. We'll get to the soccer game. Wasn't too happy with the soccer game. About the same feeling I had about the soccer game as I did with the Celtics. So that's already giving you a preview of how I felt about those two games. We'll get to the sports though. And then, but I had a good Saturday. It was nice weather. Yesterday was all right. It's cool, and it's still cool this morning. And what did I do yesterday? Oh, I got a new game I'm going to be broadcasting. I've been playing around with it and stuff. I'm not going to say what it is. It's a new old game, okay? But there's a new version of it out this weekend. And I almost pushed the button to purchase it, but I said, wait, I'm going to go back and check to the original retro back in the day game of it. And I've been having fun playing that. As far as that goes, Tim Fan 40, yo, good morning. Tim Fan 40 coming in from Michigan, and Captain Rehab has some unexpected news within my family. You know, you say that it better be, if it's serious. If you're going to be joking about a certain thing that I will be talking about during the news segment and stuff like that. So if it's about something that's already currently going on and you're going to be making a funny Captain Rehab, please don't. Okay. All right. Let's be kind. Okay. But if you had some unexpected news within your family, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. So I'm not sure which way you're going with that comment there. Okay. So, and there's Jack. Good morning, Jack. How you doing there, buddy? Huh? Jack is on the point there. So, but we went out for brunch yesterday too. Well, I had a breakfast. I had some toast and coffee and a banana for breakfast yesterday, and then it got to about close to about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So we took a walk down to the library, down into the village, the main part of the village here where I live and reside at. And I suggested let's go to the local diner. Why not? So I had a I didn't have lunch. I could have had lunch, but I had breakfast. I had a Western omelet and stuff. Unexpectedly, it was very good. I had been in this. It's a local diner. It's right down around the corner from me, and I have been in that diner and I popped in to talk to people, but I've never sat down to eat there in a couple of years and stuff like that. And um, um, it's really good. It's, it was superb. So that was the highlight of my day yesterday. Was going out and buying the uh, uh, the Mrs. Lunch there or breakfast brunch, I guess you could say, because she ended up having the omelet special was as far as that goes. So Captain Rehab, you want to inform? Am I at liberty to say what's the unexpected? Because you did say unexpected news from your family. If you want to comment on it. I don't know. Sometimes it's good to let other people know what issues you may be having, challenges and stuff like that to get it out. But that's up to you, my friend. But please don't make a funny of somebody else unexpected news this weekend too, because I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't think this broadcast is going down that path as far as that goes and stuff. I'll DM you about it. Okay, go ahead and whisper it. Whisper it to me on. Yeah, you can. Yeah, we're on Twitch. You can whisper me on Twitch because I don't think you're not on X. So I don't know how you DM me there, but yeah, DM on Whisper or Twitch is Whisper is the same as DM. So go ahead and do it that way as far as that goes. So because I'm looking at my Whisper right now and stuff like that. So what's that? Oh, there it is. There's the Whisper. Okay, yeah, I got the Whisper up. So if it comes in, I can see it. So, but if it's not good news, I'm sorry to hear it. Unexpected news could be good news. He didn't say what it was, but 9 times out of 10, it's not good news. So, but Jack is looking out the window. We got some cloudy skies out there. It was cloudy all day yesterday. It was cool, and Tony D is in the house. Good morning, Tony. Salute to you, my brother, veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Tony says good morning. There it is, coming coming in on the YouTube side for that comment there. And we got 3 people on YouTube. So good morning for the folks on YouTube. I don't usually see a number there on the YouTube on the um, and Tony is saying hi to Tim Fan 40. And we let's see. Um, but the weather is, I don't know. It's going to be. It did rain, but it rained most of the northern part of the county and stuff. So, but it's currently 49 degrees Celsius, more or 49, no, 49 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 49 degrees Celsius. Be sweating our asses off. And oh, really? Huh? Really? Let's see. What do we got here? And Tony saying good morning to Tina. Or no, no, that's yeah. Tony saying good morning to Tina, and also saying good morning to Captain Rehab, and Tina saying good morning to Tony. Tony with the smiley face as far as that goes. So let me see if I can take care of Captain Rehab here. Oh, let's see. And it's not letting me do it. What are your settings at? It's not letting me do it here. I can't. Why don't you? Are you on X? Follow me on X and DM me on X. Well, let me try this one more time here. Let's see. Hang on. Let me see. Let me copy and paste that. I might not be plugging the name in. So let's see. It'll be 48 hours before you can get a RISPR because it has you under the stranger. Aren't you following me? Are you following me, Captain Rehab? That's probably why. Oh, now you okay. Now, okay. I got you there. Okay. And just as a note, Captain Rehab, um, don't spam me on it, please. Okay, or else I'll take you off the list. Okay, you got access. Okay. Um, that goes to the folks I that DM me also. Okay, so on X as far as that goes, Captain Rehab. So you're open there for side conversation there. And I don't look at this that often, so if you're in here and you tell me something off to the side, you have access. Okay. Let's see the weather now. We are currently at 49 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, not Celsius. And that equates to, in the Celsius realm, as 9.4 degrees, 9.4 degrees Celsius. So, which is a pleasant temperature, but it's cloudy out there. It's overcast. And it looks like for the course of the day, mostly cloudy early, then sunshine for the afternoon. Oh, that's good. High of 58, about yesterday, but we'll have some sun. Winds out of the northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning at 5:42, which is about 50 minutes ago. 5:42 a.m. the sun rose, and the sun will be setting at 8:24 p.m. later tonight. Yeah, the sun looks like it's going to be cranking out there after 2 o'clock going into the evening time. So we're going to have some clear skies maybe there as far as that goes. And let me plug that in there as far as the comments. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. I can bring it up. Hey, Mazza, how you doing, my friend? Hello to me and Tina. Good morning, Mazza. Good morning, Mazza, out there in Las Vegas. How you doing, my friend? Fellow veteran. EOD guy. How you doing? Fellow veteran and of the United States Air Force. God bless the United States Air Force. Our world times and temperatures. Just sent a whisper. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that is unexpected. Wow, that's a challenge there, Captain Rehab. Yeah, yeah, that's wow, wow, that's something. And Tina says, "Good morning to the missus." I got your whisper, Captain Rehab. You know, we have issues or we have challenges. That's definitely a challenge there as far as that goes. Yeah, wow, that's something. Yeah. So yeah, I'll send you. Wow. Yeah. That's real world stuff. That's real world stuff. It's challenges and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about you, my friend. As far as that goes, it'll work out. Maybe I don't know. That's but well, I'm not going to discuss it here. Yeah, my life isn't allowed to have any normal. Yeah, that's that. You know, that's the thing. Once there's some normalcy, it just that's what I'm always expecting the worst. You know, because it's you got to be on your toes and stuff like that. But um, we're all faced with challenges and stuff like that, but that's unexpected. Yeah, yeah. So my thoughts are with you, my friend. You just try and work it out and stuff like that, and uh, we got to take you got to take care of it and stuff like that. You got to take care of things as best as you can. You know, that's the thing. As best as you can. So all right, let's get back to the. So let's see. Yeah, that's a trip. That's the distances can be without saying anything. Distances can be a challenge as far as that goes, Captain Rehab. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna. That was sent on the side. So, but just try and work it out, and you work it out, my friend. I'm sure you will. You know, the solution will never be what the best ideal and stuff like that. But you'll do okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to the broadcast here and stuff. So yeah, yeah, I'll be thinking about you, man. Okay, just hang in there. You never know what might come up. It might come up pops to the sort. No, that's okay. No, no, you've been here long enough. You can do that. Okay, that's all right. It's been eating me. You know, yeah, yeah. If you want to, you know, you use me as an outlet. That's fine. No problem, my friend. I've known you long enough to where something like that is no problem. But you know, we could work it out. But you know, I know what you're dealing with. Because when I get, I'll answer you with something that happened in my past there concerning. It's not similar to yours, but it is similar as far as that goes. So, dealing with distances and stuff like that. So, um, let's see. Mazza says, "PM me, Captain Reva. I don't know what that is about, but I'm sure." Oh yeah, Mazza's out there in Las Vegas, Captain Rehab. Just to let you know. Mazza, he's a former U.S. Air Force EOD, exploding ordnance disposal. So he's on Twitch also. So that's up to you, Captain Rehab. Just to let he's right there. Mazza's just letting you know he is out in Las Vegas. I remembered Mazza. He's out in Las Vegas, so he might be able to assist as far as that goes. So all right, let's see. Let's get cranking here on the world times and temperatures we're at as I got sidetracked there. And but no problem, Captain Rehab. you're all good. You're good with me on that and stuff like that. I'm glad I can bug the hell out if you don't give me any scores or picks there and stuff like that. But anyway, our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:39, 12:39 a.m. Cloudy skies, cloudy skies with a little clearing, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona. That's where my sister lives in Phoenix. I actually, if I had to visit her, that's one of the reasons I got the real ID so I can get on a freaking airplane, I guess, to visit her. 3:39 a.m. currently there. Clear skies, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the windy city of Chicago at 5:39 a.m., we have cloudy skies with a little clearing. Temperature is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the concrete jungle, 6:40 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So they're 10 degrees higher than we are. Down there in Central Jersey, where Tina is at, it's high of 77 for today, low at 46. I can turn it off. I know I got the volume. High of 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in Central New Jersey, down where Tony D is at, down in I didn't want that. Down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is south of Macon, which is south of Atlanta, Georgia, we have current temperature 66 degrees Fahrenheit, 89 for the high. Ooh, that's warm. And 66 degrees Fahrenheit for the cloud with cloudy conditions. And across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean in Cork, Ireland at 11:41. Let's see. Finally, Lord Rich remembered me. I know that's an O. That's a typo. Is U near? Yeah, no, U is nowhere near O. That must be a typo. Um, yeah, Cat. Yeah, Mazza, you're out there. You're out there. I remember once you get here long. You're here a number of times. I sort of remember that. So that's a good one. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland at 11:41 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing. 64 degrees Fahrenheit. I gotta use my bifocals. Yeah, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, 12:41. Mangia in Milan. It is cloudy with a little clearing also. 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Skipping over to Kuala Lumpur at 6:42. 6:42 p.m. They're in their early evening there. Kuala Lumpur. Thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur. 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and in Tokyo, Japan at 7:42 p.m. Cloudy skies, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and down under on the great continent and in the great country of Australia, great friends and allies to the United States, and we do appreciate it. In Melbourne, Australia, clear skies at 8:42 p.m., 48 degrees Fahrenheit, and over to the east in Sydney, Australia, at 8:42 p.m. Cloudy skies, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. We do have a thought for the day. The thought for the day is from Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss, was an American author, illustrator, and cartoonist who wrote and illustrated more than 60 children's books. And I read a good portion of those 60 children's books when I was a kid. His work is known for the playful rhythm, nonsense words, and unusual characters. Who doesn't love Dr. Seuss? Dr. Seuss. His quote and our thought for the day goes as follows. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. We all have mountains to climb. And today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. is an inspirational call to action and a reminder to seize the present moment. Sometimes we have good things to seize. Sometimes we have bad things to see. There's not so good things, but we try and take care of what we have to take care of. So, recognizing the mountains in your life and understanding that they won't be conquered in one giant grand leap, but with consistent, purposeful steps. Um, and as wacky as Dr. Seuss is in his books, those are very, very clear. That's a clear path of taking care and overcoming the mountains as far as that are ahead of us. We've all had our ups and downs, and but it seems as soon as you get done with one, another one pops up. As far as that goes, especially if you've raised kids and all that, as far as that goes. And Tina says yes, yeah, you can. We all have our challenges, and but if we look at them and recognize those challenges in your life and understand that they won't be conquered in one grand leap. When we can't, you can't, and if it's important, you can't just set it aside. You have to almost embrace it. And I think if you do embrace it, the challenges that we have at hand, as much as it hurt, it might lower the you might be able to accomplish something productive, I guess, in the very end, as far as that goes. Because so we have to have a call of action. Let's see. Masamu says, "My wife rejected me 3 times, but at the end I won." Yeah, there's a good example. Good one, Matt Mazza. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. So we do have challenges, and all day, baby. Baby. Yeah, there we go. All right. Very good, sir. So, a good quote from Dr. Seuss. He's one of my favorite authors. He's not the favorite, but I do like Dr. Seuss. Um, that's a great quote from Dr. Seuss. God bless and Godspeed, Dr. Seuss. Our national day today is as follows. What is it today? What do we got on the docket today? We have National Roadie Day. You know, the roadies, these bands that go in concert, they wouldn't get from point A to point B if it wasn't for the roadies. National May Ray Day. That probably has to do with the sun. We're not going to have any sun today. Oh, you're going to love this one, Tina. And I'm just today, and you know it's going to be a foodie, right? Today is National. Where is it? Come on, where is it? I hit the link. Come on, where? Okay, it's there we go. Today is National Devil Foods Cake Day. Hashtag Devil's Food Cake Day. I wonder if the missus will go out and get a Devil Foods cake because last week was National Apple Pie Day. So there you go. Woohoo! Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Woohoo! Life's a little better on May 19th because we can indulge in a favorite and richness of National Devil Foods Cake. This food holiday is for all the chocolate cake lovers throughout the country and around the world. Hashtag Devil's Food Cake. Let's see. I'm not much of a Devil's Food Cake. I do like pastries. Okay. As far as that goes. I forgot the period. Okay. No problem, Messa. Um, Devil Food Cakes is heavily chocolate cake. It differs from regular chocolate cake by its darkness, color, and tends to be more moist and airy. Devil Food Cake recipes use hot or boiling water as the primary liquid. Ooh, okay. Cocoa is typically utilized in the batter as opposed to chocolate, and coffee can be added. Coffee is always good and add as an ingredient. I like it. It gives that little caffeine punch. Added for a distinct flavor, plus the caffeine. unless you use uncaffeinated or decaf. A delicious chocolate frosting usually accompanies the cake. So there we have it. Devil Foods cake. Devil Deviled food is food that is dark, rich, and chocolatey. The term deviled dates into the 18th century and remains popular in various recipes ever since. At one time, velvet red cake, ooh, which I love velvet red cake, was one of the names for what we will might view today as deviled cake. So there we go. National, and that's a good picture of devil food. Wow, that's cool. I wonder if I can copy that. Can I copy that? Can you copy the picture? No, you can't copy that picture. Why can't you copy it? You can't. I guess it's embedded. Okay, let's see. Tim Fan 40, 2 hour drive to job site and 8 hours of work and 2 hour. Wow, that's a long. That's a 12-hour day. Do you get paid mileage? I think you told us. Uh, you get paid for traveling, don't you, Tim? I think you said you got mileage. You get mileage there. So yeah, 12-hour day for you, man. Be safe. Be safe. And let's see. Mazza says me and Tina hate evil and devil and the devil, but like the sweet. Okay, yeah, that's true. I think because chocolate could be just so not good. Well, it's good, but it's just oh, you don't. Oh, heck no. Okay, I thought you don't get mileage. Oh, well. At least you're gainfully employed. That's the positive side to looking at that. Okay, you gotta go. Oh, I got 4 hours worth of driving, but I'm still working. I guess that's a trade-off. It's not a big trade-off. It's like like work is a is a payoff there. Just be safe when you're driving there, Tina or no, Tim, Tina, Tim. They both have T, so my mistake there. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. My boss is my uncle, so he pays. He pay his. Yeah, you told us before that his pay isn't is crap. Is crapola, chit, chit. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. They bypass the. Yeah, I remember you tell us you get paid hourly and stuff. Maybe you can stop and find some mushrooms along the way, and make an extra $1,000. Just saying. I still think that's a great story. You got a grand selling mushrooms on marketplace. And Tina says to Maza, true. Okay, you're gonna go out and get a devil's food cake,
Me?
huh?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I might have to go to the doctor or get some devil dogs though.
Oh, devil dogs. Oh, that would I would that would be a good substitute.
Yeah. That's just what we need. Chemicals.
Chemicals. Yeah, devil dogs. They're just like Twinkies. They're all chemicals. More chemicals than anything, but they taste good. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? And Tim Fan and Tim says he's always looking for the mushrooms. There you go, buddy. There you go. I don't look for them, but I guess when I do see them, they pop the little white ones with the mushroom head. Sometimes they pop up out back there during the fall. And so, what are devil dogs? What are devil dogs?
They're the long. They're like a hot dog roll shaped.
You don't know what devil dogs?
They're devil food
they're like a
cake
Twinkie.
with
They're like a Twinkie, but they're chocolate.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah,
But
they're rolled up.
They're not. They're a little bit long. They're longer than.
Who makes those?
They're not rolled up.
Oh, they're not.
They're like a hot dog bun. You got top and a bottom that is devil food cake.
Oh, that's right.
then
And they
you
got the cream in the middle.
middle.
Who makes them? That's
I think Drake's.
Huh?
Drake.
Drake's. Drake Devil Dogs. You never heard of them? You never heard of Drake Devil Dogs? Huh.
Huh.
Oh, you're from the West Side. I didn't know. I don't think it has to do with you're on East Side, West Side there. History. Go to the thing. Drake's Devil Dogs. They're okay. I like the Twinkie better than the Devil Dog. The Devil Dog is a chocolate, and they're only about this big, but there's a layer of cream in between, and must be on the east side thing. Yeah, there we go. Must be on the east side. That's what Mazza says on that one. And Tim Finn says, I never have. No, but they're not really that, they're not that, they're there. People eat them and stuff.
Must be he doesn't shop the chemically enhanced snack cake aisle.
Oh, is it chemical? You get too much on the chemical. They're not that much chemical.
Oh, have you looked at the ingredients of some of that stuff?
Well, that's
I never used to. But...
Well, look at the ingredients are in
no.
the crackers.
No.
Look at the box of what kind of those the Cheez-Its?
The Cheez-Its? Oh, I stopped buying those too.
I don't know. You might want to don't look at the box. I won't get any Cheez-Its anymore.
I never used to look at the label.
No, I'm not messing with you. No, I'm just surprised that you never heard of them there, Mazza. Because I used to have those in this. I used to get those once in a while at this the Stop and Shop there when I was in the Air Force. There, the little store. Once in a while, I would have one once an occasion. Stuff if there weren't no Twinkies. I'm a Twinkie guy. I like Twinkies. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow is the 20th, which is it's been 2 weeks since we did a Mixcloud. So over there on Mixcloud.com, we will be doing a where Tony D has been active, as I see. 4 days ago, he had another Tony D is over there. You go to Mixcloud. Let's see, what's Tony D's channel? Let's see what Tony D's channel is. Tina says, lots of reading the box. It's dangerous. Yeah. Oh, Tina's reading the box. Don't read the label. You won't buy this stuff anymore. What are you reading the label? Box of Cheez-Its or Devil Dogs or Twinkies? Tina, one of those. She's small. You're getting into this, aren't you? Sure, the missus getting into the conversation. The mayor, that would be our good friend Tony D, is over there on Mixcloud. Mixcloud.com/Tony D. Tony/the mayor. Is that his handle? What's his handle? I think it's, let me just make sure of the, is that it? It's Mixcloud.com/Tony-D. That's Tony over on Mixcloud. He's over on Mixcloud. He just dropped one 4 days ago. That's a part of his music thing that he does online here. But we will be doing, we will be playing the Want to Be Radio DJ there on the Tioga Radio Show on Mixcloud, and doing my radio thing on this thing called the Internet, playing a Want to Be Radio DJ, playing the rock and roll, presenting 8 songs, and I have fun doing that. So that'll be up tomorrow morning as far as that goes. Is he? No, he's the mayor. He was the mayor of Haps. Tony D was the mayor of Haps, and we call him that. He's the mayor. He was he's been trying to keep us all together as far as that goes. He's not an actual. Probably he's the mayor of everything. No, Catherine. Yeah. But I will be on the Mixcloud tomorrow. Haps is a program similar to it's similar to how can I explain Haps? How do you explain Haps? That's a platform, a live streaming platform that we're all on. Captain Rehab was on there, Tony was on there, Tina was on there, I was on there. I'm not sure if you were on. It was one of those. It's sort of like, oh, you know what? It's sort of like Blab, and I'm just noticing I don't have my Blab. Where's my Blab owl? Hey, Blab, come back. Where's my Blab owl? There you are. Where have you been? Where have you been? just flew in. Just flew in. There we go. I forgot one more thing. uh, okay, and my you know what it is now. Yeah, it was around for a while. It was the bomb for a while. Sort of like similar. Nothing. The Blab, the people from Blab are the ones that created Discord. A lot of people don't realize. Yes, I did know that, Captain Rehab. He was the mayor of. That's a little known fact that because what average person knows, and I'm not an average person, I guess, because I know that the average person doesn't know that he was the mayor of Cincinnati. That has been a Jeopardy question too. Who was the mayor of Cincinnati during such and such time? Jerry Springer. I think he did that after he got out of broadcasting. So tomorrow will be the Mixcloud broadcast, and we'll have fun doing that tomorrow. Bro is a true mayor's. What's that? Bro is a true mayor. No, notice. No, I'm not understanding that, Mazza. If you're talking, yeah, Tony D. He's earned the title, the mayor. He was the mayor of Haps. We all unofficially elected him and stuff like that. He was always there for everybody on Haps and stuff like that. You know, he gave out, and he still does. He still supports all the people that should, and he's always. I think he gets sometimes he gets frustrated, and I can understand that all the people that were in Haps, they should be on Twitch or they should be over on YouTube or X Live or something like that. I think for the most part, but it was a daily thing over there. That's what was pretty nice about. Oh, okay, and nice. Bro is a true night mayor. Nice, yeah. He is, yeah. I'm part Australian. Okay, part Australian. Well, okay. There we go. Let's see. On the history side, we don't have tonight. We'll from Fox 40. They'll be having 100 years ago. We'll be playing that Wednesday. I will also be playing. No, I won't be playing it tomorrow because it's not a. So I'll be playing it Wednesday. On the good news history, let's see what we got there. Townsend also. Let's see. This is happy birthday to Peter Townsend. I like him. I like his music. Who turned 80 today? The English musician, singer, songwriter, and co-writer of The Who, born in London to parents that were musicians. He taught himself how to play the guitar and never learned to read music, yet he became one of the most influential guitar players and rock composers in the world. And he's got a whole host of songs that he has written. So happy birthday to Peter Townsend. The electric fire alarm system was patented in Boston, Massachusetts, the first city to adopt the method back in 1857. 1857, which was that was pretty interesting. From a firefighting standpoint, that's a little fire prevention history there and stuff like that. The Soviet Union back in 1967 ratified the treaty with the United States and Britain that banned nuclear weapons from outer space. Though I have a gut feeling we have a couple of them out there, just like Russia does. I would not be surprised. Now China, I wouldn't be surprised China has one out there. 2001, Apple Incorporated opened the first Genius Bar in Tyson Corners, Virginia, and Glendale, California, where customers could get free tech support in their chic Apple retail environment. Okay, I guess that's the first Apple store as far as that goes. Let's see. Yup, we got nuclear cool laser. Yeah, and we got a whole. If they make a movie about Massa, we have it out there, right? In a manner of speaking, I would not be surprised. Speaking of that, outer space, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith was released in theaters worldwide today in 2005, competing completing George Lucas's 28-year saga, which first appeared in 1977 and included 6 episodes. The episodes that came after that, the updated ones now, I'm not really a great fan of them. They're okay. Revenge of the Six was my. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I remember seeing that. It was one of the. I liked the first 3. I guess I'm old school. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. Yeah, see Hal's on there with Jim Figerty. And Jem is on too. Jeemzz playing the PUBG Battlegrounds. So let's see. In other history for the day. Oh, first load of wash is done. Oh, I don't have to do. I did wash yesterday. That's not the towels. That's something the missus is washing today. In 1883, William Cody held the first of his Buffalo Bills Wild West show in Omaha, Nebraska. That's the original Buffalo Bill. In 1921, President Warren G. Harding signed the Emergency Quota Act, which established the national quotas for immigrants. We had a limitation of the number of immigrants we have. So that was an act. So I think that was a law. I wonder if that's still, it's not being utilized nowadays, especially after the last 4 years. But let's see. 1943, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill met with President Franklin D. Roosevelt in the White House, where the 2 leaders agreed on May 1st, 1944, as the date, the D-Day invasion of France. May 1st. It was June. Oh, okay. Expansion plans of the invasion caused the date of the landing to be delayed a month. Yeah, it was in June. Okay, I didn't realize they were thinking about a May 1st step-off date. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought I've heard everything about. I knew they delayed it after the 1st of June to June 6th because of the storm. But I never knew it was supposed to start a month earlier than that. That's something. Let's see. And that's it for history for this day. And let's go ahead and get the sports in, then I'll take a break. And yeah, we'll see you, Tina. And Mazda said, my grandfather fought against the Japanese months before the U.S. Helped out. Oh, did he? He was. Oh, okay. Was he with the Flying Tigers? There was quite a few people that. Well, that was over in China, wherever your grandfather was. So he fought the Japanese beforehand. He has a street named after him. Oh, good. God bless him. God bless him. And backing up, Mazda said bye to Tina. God bless him. Those are the veterans that inspire us, Mazda. That's inspirational right there. He was in the fight before December 7th. Do you know exactly where? Was he on the Chinese mainland, or was it somewhere else in the Pacific? It was probably China, because China was pretty active in China, or Japan, I should say, was very active in China there as far as they're expanding and stuff like that. And yeah, he has a named street, and is a street named after him in Las Vegas, or back over in Aussie. Oh, you're Australia. He was Australian. So where did he? Oh, he was in the South Pacific. Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay, I got an idea. He wasn't on the mainland. He was. I forgot you're Aussie. So yeah. The Aussies were the Australians were in the fight before us, and In the Philippines. Okay, gotcha. He was in the Philippines, not in China or Australia. Sorry to throw you. No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That makes sense. In the Philippines, yeah, the Aussies they were in the fight before we were, as far as that goes, and that's something. That is something. Little World War II history there. That's real world. That's real. Well, anything dealing with World War II is real history. Okay, let's see. All right, gotta make sure my comments are caught up here. Um, let's see. Our in NBA action, of course, Friday night the Knicks beat the Celtics 119-81. They crushed them. I couldn't. I started watching the game, but they were just crushing them. I couldn't. So my hats off to the New York Knicks. My train is attached to the New York Knicks to win it all now. Celtics. It's another. I'm just watching because of the Knicks now. My team is out. The Thunder, I guess that's a team that Captain Rehab has said that they'll probably win it all. They won their conference, I believe, the Western Conference. Of course, Cleveland lost it. They beat the Nuggets. So the conference finals will be starting tomorrow with the Timberwolves playing the Thunder. And then Wednesday at 8 o'clock. This should be a good series. Pacers and Knicks. I'll be focused in on that one. So Celtics are out. Knicks are in. So we're down to the last four teams there. In Major League Baseball, we did have a Subway Series here in baseball between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Let's see how they took off. Let's see. Let's see. Starting Friday night. The Vegas Golden Knights lost to the Oilers. I cried. Did the Maple Leafs win last night over the Panthers, the Florida Panthers last night, Meza? Seeing that I don't really talk about hockey, but I knew the other half. I think Maple Leafs. Is this going to be an all Canadian? I'll have to check that here in a bit. I just know the Maple Leafs were playing yesterday because our good friend Michael Bathurst was asking for prayers. You stopped watching after the Knights lost. That's how I was with the Celtics, my friend. That's how I was with the Celtics. Oh, what happened to my scores here? Okay, let's see. Let me bring up NHL here. Let's see what the NHL, seeing that Mazda said something. NHL. Panthers won. Okay, so it's not going to be it's going to be the Panthers. And you said so who's in the finals? What? Oh, this is the conference finals. Okay, Oilers will play the Stars, so they're in the conference finals. So who are the Hurricanes? I know the Stars are the Minnesota Stars. Who are the Hurricanes?
Atlanta.
Oh, Carolina. Carolina has a hockey team. Wow. And they're in the conference play. That'd be cool. Carolina and Florida in the National Hockey League for the Stanley Cup. Wouldn't that be that would be a trip? Oh my God. Yeah, I remember them winning it 2 years ago. Yeah, they got a cup. Yeah, you won it. They won it 2 years ago. Let's see. On our baseball, so they're in the conference. They haven't gotten to the Stanley Cup. They're down to their last four teams right now. I would love to see a Carolina Panthers, the Carolina Hurricanes. That makes sense. Yeah, Carolina. They got a lot of hurricanes down there. Let's see. In Major League Baseball, let's see what we got here. Friday night. Friday night we had The Yankees won Friday night 6-2. Captain Rehab, your Philadelphia Phillies won 8-4 against the Pirates. Saturday, the Mets won, so it's 1-1, 3-2. They won Saturday, and then Sunday, the rubber match. Oh, let's see what happened Saturday with the Phillies for Captain Rehab. Phillies won against the Pirates, so they're 1-1. Let's see, going into Sunday, the Phillies won against the Pirates, so they won the series there. Captain Rehab, they 1-0 yesterday down there in Philly, and the Yankees won yesterday 8-2, so they won the Subway Series. The games tonight, we're going to have the Mets are going to be playing the Red Sox. That'll be interesting. Now the Yankees will be rooting for the Mets because I got to check the standings. I don't know where the Yankees are in the standing. Mets will be playing the Red Sox, and it looks like the Phillies will be playing the Rockies out west in Colorado, and I think the Yankees have the Monday. They usually take Monday off. In the standings, Yankees are in first place. Red Sox are 5 behind. So Mets beat the Red Sox, so they can be more behind the Yankees. So that's in the American League East. Tigers are in first in the American League Central, and the Mariners are in the American League West. In the National League, you have the Mets. They're a half a game ahead of the Phillies, so that's a close race. And then they're 5 games ahead of the Braves. So the Mets and Phillies, wow. That's in the National League East and the National League Central. The Cubbies are in first. Cardinals are 2 games behind. And then out in the National League West, Dodgers are in first. They're a game ahead of the Pirates and Giants. So that's our baseball. We did have some UFL football. I watched just a little bit of it. I didn't watch that much of it. I'm pretty surprised with the scores because I think I did pretty good this week. Let me get the things out here. So I can annotate them. Oh, let me see something. Hang on for a minute, folks. Let me see something. Let me bring this up. Let's see. The first game, Friday night, San Antonio Brahmas lost to the Memphis Showboats, and there we go. Let me bring up this page. Where's that page? Okay, there's the picks. And Mazza says, I think 3 players in the UFL got arrested this season. Oh, did they? I haven't really. Nothing has popped out about the USFL. I do have a broadcast Thursdays at 7:00. I'll remember this week. Then this Thursday I'll be doing it. Next week I'll probably be doing it on a Wednesday because just as a program note, May 29th and 30th, I've got something. Me and the missus will be doing something, so I will probably be. I won't be doing any type of broadcast on those 2 days. Okay. So I didn't see it. That's the thing. UFL is not really in the headlines that much, Mazza. So, but last Friday night, the Showboats won 24-22. So I think I won there. Let me see. Yep. Captain Rehab had San Antonio. So you lost there, Captain Rehab. I picked the game up, I think, right there. Let's see how the rest of it goes. Stallions, the Birmingham Stallions lost by 1 point. Now, the Showboats and Brahmas, that was 2 points, so that was close. Stallions and Battlehawks, St. Louis, that was Saturday. Battlehawks won by 1 point, so I was up there. I think me and Captain Rehab took the Battlehawks. Tony took Birmingham, so I'm 1 up on Tony there. Our next game was the Michigan Panthers, who won against the Roughnecks. Me and Tony took the Michigan. Captain Rehab, you got Houston, so that's 2, man. In your face, Captain Rehab. Just joking, my friend. And then the last game was, oh, God, okay. I only got 1 game because Captain Rehab came back. The Arlington Renegades, they lost to the DC Defenders 30 3-30. So Captain Rehab Captain Rehab didn't. He picked Arlington, but Tony picked DC. So in your face again, Captain Rehab. Just joking. So we'll be talking more about UFL. They were all close. Well, except the Panthers and Roughnecks. That was 30-18. That was a blowout there. But the Renegades Defenders, 33-30. That's 3 points. Stallions and Battlehawks, that's 29-28. That's 1 point. And then Showboats. So 3 of the games were very, very competitive. So there we go. As far as that goes, the UFL football. And then last in soccer, Manchester City Football Club couldn't get it done Saturday against Crystal City in the final, the championship, the final for the FA Cup, and they lost 1-0. That was a disappointing game. They should have won it. They were on the attack. They had possession of the ball more than 85% of the time. Let's see, next game tomorrow, we got Manchester and Bournemouth in the Premier League. Right now, Manchester's sitting 6th. So, and there's only like 1 point difference. So if they win, they get 3 points. They get jacked up into, but there's 2 games left. So there we have it for football. And as far as that goes, and I'm going to take a break because my coffee I need some more coffee. Good stuff. There's the first cup of coffee for the first hour. And we will be right back as far as that goes. And you guys just hang loose. And I will be right back. Let's see. We're going to bubblegum ball game. There we go. here for the second part of the Monday morning coffee for 05.19.2025 at Rumble Video broadcast here on this May 19th, 2025. And it is on this 19th, I forgot to say, it's Victory Day. Or Victoria Day up there in Canada, Victoria Day. So we do have our second cup of coffee here. And good to be here as far as that goes. And testing 1, 2. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself there. Okay. Let's see. Let me get this back on the chat. So we're back here for the second part. And I hope everybody have listened thus far. Thank you very much for listening. I greatly appreciate it. And as far as it goes, we had a good hour, good discussion there, and appreciate it. And let's see. Let's get to the news here, because there's something breaking news if you haven't heard about it. And this is I'm not going to start with Fox. I'm going to go with my local radio station here, WEBO. As far as that goes. And let me get this here first. Let's see. WEBO, which my hometown news. That's a radio station, one of the radio stations I listen to. It's the local news here in Owego, New York. It's a great station. They have a great host of radio stations as well. We usually start with Fox 40, but I'm going to go ahead and heard this last night, along with a lot of other people. And what that's pertaining to is something that is, let's see, is that the right one? Yeah, that is the right one. Okay, that's the one I want. This is, the news is that former President Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive prostate cancer, which surprised to hear, very surprised to hear, given his age. I'm a cancer survivor. I had prostate cancer. I had my prostate removed, so I've been cancer-free for coming up on, I think it's been 15 years now. So our thoughts and prayers are going out to the former president. It doesn't elude the fact that when something like this happens, it's not good. President Trump has stated that he is, let me see if I get this right here. President Trump says he's saddened to hear about former President Biden's cancer diagnosis, and I am too. The differences I have with this man, the former president, I put that aside a little bit because I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So, but former President Joe Biden is being treated for an aggressive form of prostate cancer that is also spreading to his bone. And that's the avenue of travel. Once it gets outside the prostate, that's one of the very first things they do once you've been diagnosed with prostate cancer. They do a full body scan, and I had that done myself. They actually had to do a second time because they missed top of my head. I'm 6'5", so I guess they missed my head when they had it at the starting point. So, but he has an aggressive, when it's outside the prostate, it's aggressive. Mine was contained, so the prostate was removed, and follow-up observations are done in that process. And but the bone is the main traveling. We had a close friend of ours, both me and the missus. He was a local judge here in the county, and he passed away. He had an enlarged prostate, but he had aggressive prostate cancer where it was outside it was in the bone, and he ended up, he had cancer developing in the brain. So this is very serious, and this is from his personal office, announced yesterday. Last week, President Joe Biden was seen for a new finding of prostate nodule after experiencing increased urinating symptoms. the office said in a statement. On Friday, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, characterized by a Gleason score of 9. Wow, grade group 5. I think my Gleason score was 7, but they knocked it down to a 5. What's that?
I think it was like 3 or 4.
Mine was. It might have been 4. You know, I think you're right. It was a 4, and they knocked it down to a 3. So his is 9. That's very. That's with something with the being in the bone. Biden, 82, dropped his bid for re-election last summer after the Democrats and donors raised concern about his mental acuity and physical health. Biden's office says he and his family are reviewing treatment options with his physician. So more than likely, it's going to be some type of chemo or radiation. While this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. Okay, so that's good news right there. There's some there's a silver lining, because when I got diagnosed, I'm sitting there after I had there was a biopsy that was done on my prostate before they took it out to see if, what it was, because the doctor said, when you get exam for your prostate, for guys, for the males, the doctor puts his fingers up your butthole and he actually has to touch your prostate. And I'm not joking about this. This is serious. That's the number one, the main way a doctor can tell if something's going on with the prostate. It's a soft tissue. It's the size of a walnut. And in my case, the doctor felt that it was a little hard on one side. And I go, wow. So after the exam, I asked, well, what's next? He says, well, I said, what's next to find out what this is? And he says, a biopsy. So I got set up for a biopsy. You take a biopsy, and then a week later, the results comes back, and the doctor there that took my prostate out, he said, you have cancer. And when you hear those words, I'm going, holy crap. But then he says, but it's contained. In my case, it was contained. In former President Biden's case, it's not contained. It's outside his prostate. It's a whole different ballgame. And that was a case with, like I said, with our good friend that was a judge for here in the county, that the prostate cancer got outside his prostate, and he went for chemo. He went through 2 rounds of chemo. Looked like it was going to succeed, but then he had cancer that developed in the brain. So this is a case where it's outside the prostate, but it sounds like it's manageable from that last statement there, as far as being hormone, because they do have hormonal treatment and stuff like that, which they may be able to manage it. Because I don't know if you've ever seen, there's commercials I've been seeing on lately concerning that with prostate cancer survivors, that as far as that goes. So I wanted to say this right at the top of the news here, as far as that goes, that our thoughts and prayers are with the former president. I know I have my differences with him. I'm not going to this isn't the time to bring them up, other than the fact that he was the United States president for 4 years, and I highly respect the office of the presidency. So I may have disagreements with the individuals that serve in that capacity, but the former president, again, being diagnosed with an aggressive prostate cancer, and our thoughts and prayers are with him, as far as that goes. So I don't want to be kidding about him. I don't want to rag on the guy or anything like that. And because this was a little bit of shocker hearing this last night. It's like, wow, talk about. So there we have it, as far as that news and stuff like that. Which prostate cancer as a whole is cancer is just a scourge, as far as that goes. It's a pure scourge. And in my case, once my prostate was going out, I had to go. I went in every 2 weeks or every 6 months for a follow up. I did a PSA. for the guys out there, if you got a high PSA, get your prostate checked out. If it's higher than I think the norm is like I don't know what's the normal PSA. Let's see, or what is a normal PSA reading for males? Okay, it's saying a normal is between 0 and 4 nanograms per million. Okay. When I was being diagnosed, my PSA was, I think, was up to 6 and 7. But there's some controversy about the PSA that it can, because it can flow up and down. Okay, but mine was up at was up to like 5 or 6 or 7 or something like that, and I wasn't concerned about that. I was more concerned. I think I was getting a colonoscopy then, which is another form of cancer. You don't want to have colon cancer. That's just as bad. Cancer is bad all around. Now that I don't have a prostate, I still go in. I used to go in twice a year, every 6 months, to get a PSA reading, and that my things are low. I mean, it was like there was nothing there. It was 0. So if the PSA rating, in my case, if it goes up and it's up to above 1 or something like that, there's something going on. Okay. So PSA is very important. Good morning, Liberty. Good morning. And good morning to the missus from Liberty out there in the Niagara Buffalo region. Good morning. Glad to have you here. I love the flags. Always love the flags. Thank you very much. And you say, I think Biden has been battling with this for quite a while and kept it. I would say so too. With what I know about prostate cancer, you just don't get this. This just doesn't occur. So I think it's coming out now. And I think you're right as far as, and you used to work as a urologist many years ago. Okay. Yeah, I have a sister-in-law that's a nurse practitioner also in urology. So when I had my cancer, I could give her a call anytime. Matter of fact, she wanted me to go up to Schenectady to have her doctor take my prostate out. I said, no, I have a doctor here. And then she said, well, what about this? What about that? And I said, I don't have the baseball card because this is 15 years ago. There's been a lot of advances in prostate cancer. So not to say with the diagnosis that former President Biden has, it can be treated, okay, as far as that goes, even as late as his age. But prostate cancer is, and I just encourage all guys, all males to get their prostate checked. You know, they say don't get it checked until you're in your 60s. No, get it checked get it checked. I used to get it checked every time I got a physical when it was in the Air Force. We used to joke about that part of the physical. I don't joke about it anymore because it's an important aspect of a physical, which you probably know, Liberty. So I'm very pro get your prostate checked. Don't wait until November. Get it checked now if you got any doubts. In my case, I thought I had an enlarged prostate when I was going to get ready to go for a colonoscopy, and my nurse practitioner there, she goes, was there anything? I said, I think I have an enlarged prostate. I might be urinating a little bit, and that's one of the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. I take it. So he said, well, we'll get it checked out. And so I had it checked out, came up clean on the colonoscopy. The prostate check, I got cancer. Key word though, contain. So, and again, I'm looking at this statement concerning President Biden, and while this represents more aggressive form of disease, the cancer appears to be hormonal sensitivity. So they might have been, who knows, with what Liberty was saying. You worked in urology, so she has a background on this. I'm no doctor. I just going by my own experience. That and right there, she says she was a urologist, worked for a urologist, so she was a technician of some sort in that field. He might be treating for this, and they just decided to come out with it and whatnot. So like I said, though, President Trump, he's reported. I think that's on his Truth Social also. That was via Fox. Let me see. Let me see what the alerts. Let's see. What's on? No, that was via Fox that I heard that. Okay, as far as that news that President Trump was saddened by the news, because you don't want. Just looking on X right now, we have 6 people on X. Thank you very much, X. You're doing great. Thank you for your views. I appreciate it. We got 2 people on Rumble, 1 person on Local, 4 people on Twitch, over on Kick. We don't have anybody over there that I see. Facebook. Nobody over on the Facebook from what I'm seeing. But thank you over there on X. And so our thoughts and prayers are with the former president. And let's see. And all that time he was missing, I bet he was getting radiation. Oh, good point. That's a good point. I didn't think about it. Maybe he is doing a radiation treatment. That could be. Very, very. We don't know for sure, but that's one of the process. Like I said, we had a close friend that passed away of cancer, and it was due to his prostate cancer. He was getting ready to go on, I think, a third round of chemo, and that's when the cancer developed. It was an aggressive cancer that developed in his brain, and he passed away several days later and stuff like that. So it can. My mother-in-law, she passed away of cancer, small cell cancer, and it's nothing. When I talk about it, I'm very, very serious about it, folks. I don't joke about it. It's not a jokeable thing as far as that goes. So as far as that goes, so there we have it on that. So that was coming from WBNG, my hometown news, as far as that about concerning the former president. And let's see, how's our audio? Is our audio good? Yep, audio is still good. Audio is still good. Let's see. Anything else on WEBO? Nope. Okay, so let's go to Fox 40. Fox 40. What do we have? Wow, there's nothing on Fox 40. Let me see again. They're also talking about former President Joe Biden diagnosed with aggressive form of prostate cancer as well. But let's see. Anything? And there's nothing going on there. WNBF. Binghamton Salvation Army to stay closed after dead. Oh, okay. Nothing there. So we're going up to okay. Here we go. Crews extinguished Harper Valley basement fire. Let's see what this is about here, real quick. Concerning this is crews extinguished Harperville's basement fire. That Harpersville is on the west side of Binghamton, over west side of outside of Bingham on the west side. So let's go ahead and bring this one up and see what this is about. Let's see. Makes sense now why he stepped down from the election. Yeah, I think it was probably a combination too, Liberty. I think too. It could be. That could be. We can only speculate, okay, and we don't know for sure. It could have been a combination. As far given this, I think it more leans to a combination and stuff like that, and it does make sense as far as you say, Liberty. Thank you. Okay, this is a crews extinguished basement fire. I'm a former firefighter, so I always key in on these to see what's going on with them, and let's see what we got here.
Around 4 this evening, Harpersville Fire Department got a call for a basement fire. Fire Chief Jeff Buckler tells 12 News when they arrived, they found a fire on the main electrical panel. There was minor damage to the house and no injuries. Broome County Sheriff's Department and Harpersville Fire were both on scene.
So this house, if we look at the house,
around 4 this evening.
me see.
On scene,
Get back to
Harpersville
the house.
Fire.
There's the house right there. That's not a very. I could see them having electrical problems because it looks like right there on the side there's an electrical. There's an electrical line right there. So you just get some sparks going on at the junction box, and it looks like this is an old wood frame house there. So the main thing, I guess you could say, there was no loss of life or anything like that. Let's see. Did it say anything about that? Let's see. Harpersville Fire Department was called. Basement fire, and this was the 18th. So this was yesterday. At 3564 New York 79. According to Harpersville Fire Chief, came in at 4 p.m. and it was minor damage, so there was nothing, no injuries were reported. So the Sheriff's Department and Harpersville Fire Department were on scene, so they took care of that. Cut and dry. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this one because we're not going to play that one. That's okay. Let's see. Montrose has a wine festival. That's good. Okay, and they got a new speedway opening. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. Shangri-La Speedway. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play this one from WBNG. And full disclosure, I have no association with WEBO, WNBF, Fox, WBNG, or any other news outlet that we're showing here. I'm just showing you what's going on here in the southern tier. It relates to southern tier of upstate New York. We're just presenting some current news events and stuff like that. So.
Good evening and thanks for joining us here at 11. I am Atre Mineshni. We begin tonight in Tioga County, where for the first time in nearly a decade, the roar of race cars will once again echo in the air at Shangri-La Speedway. I just caught up with the folks who are making this happen ahead of reopening day.
It sat empty for years, many years.
2014, that was the last time a race took place at Shangri-La Speedway. Since then, this circle track had weeds growing all around it. The only cheering in the stands were the whistles of the wind. That's when Jason Makarevich stepped in.
I sat in the bleachers, as a little kid, say, "Oh, I wish I could race one day," and I did that. I wasn't good at it, but I did it. I had fun. Then I was like, "Oh, it'd be nice if I could run a track."
He's got a knack for reviving old racetracks.
I just got addicted. I run a track down in Pennsylvania called Evergreen Raceway. I took that over in 2016 after it went dormant. Made that very successful, and now this track was sitting dormant. Dave, the gentleman from the drag strips up on the hill, reached out to me over the winter and asked me if I wanted to promote the circle track this year, and here we are.
Getting this track up and running was a labor of love. Almost every part of it needed improvements.
The cracks in the track, they had to get repaired on the concrete, the weeds, the grass, the buildings, the bleachers. I mean, there was a lot of repairs that had to be done.
All this hard work has paid off. Saturday, May 17th will be an exciting day for racers and racing fans alike. Shangri-La is reopening for racing. Among those burning rubber on the track will be 15-year-old Caitlin Makarevich.
I started driving when I was 7, and ever since then, I just fell in love with it. Love the thrill, love everything about it.
She says she's excited to test her skills on race day.
The track is a lot faster than what I'm normally used to, but we're going to do our best and hopefully get a top 10.
As Caitlin and so many of the other racers get ready for the big day, Makarevich hopes the community makes the trip out to Barton.
I want everybody to come out, celebrate the reopening, and hope for the best. Come out, have fun, have a few drinks, eat some food, and watch some good racing.
All the details for race day can be found on our website, WBN.
So there we have it. Hey, is Shangri-La in Barton?
Shangri-La?
Yeah.
No.
They said
Is that
Barton.
the little motocross thing?
Where's
by the
Shangri-La?
highway in a wiggle?
Huh?
Or actually, it's Nichols. The little motocross, the little.
No, that's in that's in Wego. Let me see,
Or is that the one in Chemung?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's local here because WBNG had a thing. Let me see what it says here. Shangri-La Racing Racetrack. Let's see, racetrack. The Shangri-La Racetrack. It's in Tioga County.
That's the one up
Yeah, that's up at Skyview.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so that's right across the
Oh,
river
okay.
here.
All right.
Okay, I thought so. They had a drag strip. They got the drag strip up there. Yeah, Shangri-La. Let me see. We're talking about. Let me put this in the chat here as far as that goes. Shangri-La. That's right across the river. I can hear the. We're going to be hearing. It was 2014, so that's right here in Tioga County, folks. Shangri-La. Shangri-La Speedway. There we go. We can go see the races. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up with this one here.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're going to have to go to the race. They have a drag race up there, so my hat's off to this guy. Wow, that's something. Didn't know.
Well, we knew it's there.
Well, I knew the racer, but they haven't raced since 2014.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. So this guy, he's a former racer, but he wasn't that great. But he ran a track down in Pennsylvania, so they're bringing the.
I thought it only been a few years since.
So the track is still. We're gonna have to take a ride up there sometime.
Yeah, it used to be my old childhood amusement park.
Well, where Shangri-La is, when I growing up there used to be an amusement park up there. It's in Barton. It's across the river, just outside of here in Owego. And of course, Owego had a speedway, but they tore it down. But Shangri-La, that's cool. Oh, was it Craig's wife used to race up there?
No, she didn't.
Did she race,
Right?
or she had a brother?
Her
brother
I don't
raced.
think I don't know if he races those kind of cars. I think he raced
I can. This is an oval.
most oval.
I can remember. I think I remember Craig saying that.
Those type of cars.
Yeah.
Because they're different type of cars.
Well, no, it's a different, but on that track, she's raced on that, or her brother's race. They don't have just a certain.
No, the one in Owego near the Ford Kevin's.
Oh, you could be right. Yeah.
that's
Okay.
the one.
So this is big news. We could be. This is going to be. This just became a spot on the radar to maybe possibly broadcast from, as far as that goes, because it's right across the river. And there used to be an amusement park up there. I remember as a kid, we used to go. It was a real treat to go up there. There's a drag racing. They have drag races up there, so that's pretty cool. And so that's some neat stuff there, as far as that goes. So we'll do a follow up. We'll have to do a follow up on this definitely, as far as that goes. So so there we have that. We're going to go ahead and we're at an hour and a half. The missus has to start her cleaning, so I'm going to go ahead and let me go real quick scan of the remaining pages I have here. So I'm glad I came across that one. That's right here in my backyard, folks. Shangri-La Racetrack. That's pretty cool. Let's see. The whale, nothing there that pops out. Graduation, of course, is going on. And let's see, WENY, nothing on WENY. They had a Corvette festival out this weekend, and Steuben County Sheriff's Office holds 10th Annual Enforcement Memorial Service. My Twin Tiers, Channel 18, nothing going on. They had one car pulled out of a brick pond following two-car accident.
Really? Huh.
Dangerous vaping brings warning to Tioga County. And what that entails this weekend, was that this weekend or was that Friday? There was a high school kid that was vaping, wasn't supposed to be vaping, was vaping some marijuana, but inside, coated in the marijuana was fentanyl. The kid almost died. They were lucky. They had to use several Narcan. So this fentanyl that's coming across the border, even here in rural New York, it's hitting us as far as that goes, folks. Let's see. Owego Penny Saver, Owego excels in first drone soccer season. Oh, that's something interesting. We'll have to follow up on that. KGB, KISS, same old things. Up there, Liberty's Way. They got the NL championships to be decided in Buffalo. And we got bugs, and everywhere in New York State. So the katydids are coming back. That's and Power 93.7 WBLK.
You're just pissing me off.
No, I'm just finishing up, okay?
Look at this.
And oh my God, what? Did he just hear that? The piss off? Yeah, I'm pissing the missus off right now. I usually go till 8 o'clock here and stuff, but I got to get going here, folks. She wants to get the cleaning done. I don't want to upset her with that. She's on the move right here. So Mondays is a thing there. But what's Captain Rehab saying? Oh my God. What's oh my God, Captain Rehab? Okay, we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast here, folks. We've been on for about an hour and 45 minutes. And as far as that goes, you don't normally do 2 hours and stuff, but Mondays, if I got to start a little bit earlier. I thought I did as far as that goes. But I want to say thank you to Tina, our Jersey girl, for being here. Captain Rehab, thank you. I'll be messaging you back here after I get off. Just to give you a little insight there, my friend. Oh, the fentanyl. Yeah, the fentanyl. That fentanyl. It's right here, right in the high school. What can I say? Have a good day and be safe. Yeah, okay. You too, Liberty. Yeah, Captain Rehab on the fentanyl. Yeah, the fentanyl. It's reality. It's reality and stuff like that. And Liberty, you too. Have a great one, Liberty. Thank you for being here, coming in from the Buffalo, the Niagara Buffalo area, and thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Thank you, Tim Fanforty, coming in from Michigan. Be safe on the drive there. Thank you, Tony D, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. You have a good one too, my friend. And Tina, I said Tina. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Masa, coming in from Las Vegas. My fellow Air Force veteran friend from EOD. He dealt with bombs, my friends. I wouldn't want his job. That's a dangerous job, dealing with the bombs. But thank you again. And let's see, who else do we have? I think that was it. And I want to say thank you for those that were listening on the audio podcast that will be posted up here momentarily after I get off of here and doing the post work. And thank you again, all those in chat on the various platforms. And before we leave, I want to say thank you to the 6 people we have over on X Live. Thank you very much, folks. X Live rocks this morning. Thank you very much. And we had 4 people currently here on Rumble, 1 person on Local, 4 people on Twitch, and I don't know on Facebook Live and Kick. So there we have it, folks. We are at the end, and I do appreciate it. You all have a great Monday as we start the week anew, working towards the weekend, and we'll be back Wednesday for the Wednesday morning coffee broadcast. But you all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks, and thanks again. Greatly appreciated. We are out of here, folks. Take care.